We made it! Today is the day we finally wrap up this mini-series. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome to the channel. This is part 5 of a 5-part mini-series where I thrift flip old dress shirts into a different type of shirt. I usually find an existing design on the internet so I can use as reference for the upcycle, but today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to freestyle instead. I got a request by Lena Bowman 9716, which reads, I have an older super oversized button up that I've always wanted to make into a cute dress, kind of schoolgirl vibes, keeping the collar and just tightening the sleeves really, but I'm an absolute newbie at sewing, so seeing you do it first would be so helpful. Ask and you shall receive. The objective today though isn't just to upcycle a dress shirt, but also to do it in the easiest way possible, so it's very beginner friendly. I'm gonna be honest, a proper seamstress won't be doing it the way I do it today, okay? Like, I know, so don't come for me in the comments, please and thank you. I'm just doing it the way I would have done it, like when I started sewing, which is just doing it the fastest way possible. Quick and efficient. We are going to take it a little further though than just taking in the sleeves. I personally don't like an oversized look on me, so I'm gonna take it in a bit at the waist. There are many ways to do this, but I feel like making pleats today, so pleating it is. Let's get started. Alrighty, so here is what we're working with today. I know the request was to make a dress, but I don't have any more oversized shirts I'm willing to cut up, so I'll just be using this basic light blue, medium size men's cut shirt, which I had in my closet for some reason. Like, I didn't buy this, it just somehow showed up in my stuff, so let's put it to use. We're gonna start with tightening the sleeves. In my earlier days as a beginner, I honestly would have just sewn it right in there, right along the arm, but the issue with that is that you'd have zero flexibility. Anytime you'd move, you get a ton of wrinkles, a super uncomfortable pull, and you'd risk busting out of your shirt like the Incredible Hulk. So to avoid the public embarrassment, we're going to give ourselves a little wiggle room. I like to give myself about an inch or two below the elbow, then place my markings with a safety pin. If you're unsure of if the space is enough for you, just bend your arm. If you can just about reach your shoulder, you're good. For the armpit, the idea is the same. You don't want to make it too tight as you want to give yourself some wiggle room. I placed my pin about 2 inches down, then did a little stress test, aka flail your arm around a bunch to make sure you can still move comfortably. Now take it off. What is the sewing project for a beginner without a classic I done messed up or a well that was dumb moment? Today we started off early as I should have put this shirt on inside out when pinning. This way I wouldn't have to move my markings to the other side. And yes, I know it's not a hard task, it's just one extra step that could have been avoided entirely. So now what I have to do is flip it inside out, then use a color pencil to mark the points of contact in every spot I placed a pin. Take the pins out, then there you go, the amount you need to take in. Measuring point to point, I got about 4 inches, then another 4 inches. Nice. I'm gonna lay it all out so that it's folded at the seam. Pin it in place, then measure in from the side seams 2 inches. If I sewed all of this down from the 2-inch mark, I would be taking in the cuff, but that's not what I want. I want the cuff to remain the same. So I'm going to draw a new line tapering from this point into my 2-inch line. We're going to do the same for the side of the shirt by tapering in from the 2-inch line to the side seam. You might not want to take any volume away from the body of the shirt, so you'll feel the need to mark your line like this. However, this is going to leave an awkward bulge in the shirt here. So to avoid that, we want to extend that line until it meets the original side seam without creating any blunt angles. And there you have it. Your final stitch line should look something like this. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing to the other side of the shirt. While I do that though, I thought this would be the perfect time to tell you how much I appreciate your continuing support for my channel. I know I'm not supposed to be looking at the numbers, just focusing on the content, but I can't help but check in on it sometimes. And last month, I gained over 200 subscribers. It might not seem like a lot to you, but a year ago I was getting about 10 views per video, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for helping me grow. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming. This fabric has no stretch, so I'm just going to straight stitch it down following my line on both sides. And there we have it, wrinkly pits. Don't worry, no need to panic. I just wanted to show you what happens when you don't trim your seam allowances when sewing anything with curves. My serger is malfunctioning yet again, so I'm back at it with my handy dandy pinking shears. Cut, 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 then clip your seam allowance for ease. Perfect, nice and flexible. Do the same thing on the other side, then give it a nice press. This will get rid of any remaining wrinkles at the curve and sharpen the look of your side seams. Try it on for size, and there we go. Sleeves have been taken in. Again, this isn't meant to be perfect, as this isn't exactly how I would take sleeves in nowadays, but as a quick and easy beginner-friendly tutorial, this is a method I'd recommend. We've all got to start somewhere. Now for the body of the shirt, I'm going to take it in a bit at the waist with some simple pleats. But first, we got to figure out where our damn waist is. I don't remember how I know this, I just know. But if you bend over to the side, that natural fold you get there, that's your waistline. Mark that spot with a pin, then do the same thing on the other side. Take it off, then make sure your markings are even on both sides. For me, it was about 6 inches down from the armpit. The shirt currently has a waist measurement of 40 inches. I would like to take it down to 30 inches, so our pleats have to take up about 10 inches of space. I'm thinking we do 4 pleats at the front, then 2 at the back, so each pleat will be about 1.5 inches wide. As you can see here, I measured in 3 inches from the button placket and the side seams to make sure the pleats are evenly placed. For each pleat, I marked out 3 dots, the middle one first, then measuring 3/4 inches out on each side, which makes up the full measurement of 1.5 inches wide. Fold it so the first dot and the third dot touch, then pin it in place. Do the same thing on the other side. Then again on the back side. Take to the machine and straight stitch the pleats down. This time around, I stitched just about 1 inch on each of them. Give it a good press, then you're done. Like always, I can never leave a good thing alone, so I'm gonna add a pop of color to the collar. Off camera, of course. So let's jump to the reveal in 3, 2, 1. And there we have it, folks, a super easy upcycle any beginner crafter can do. All in all, if I had to give this a rating, I'd give this flip a 6 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's just out of all the upcycles I've done so far in this series, this is the most simplistic. I honestly don't see myself wearing this much, at least on its own. Throw on a cropped sweater? Now that's a different story. It's giving schoolgirl chic to me. And the bottom half of the pleats showing like that make the outfit even more interesting. I don't know, like if I was still in school, I'd definitely be rocking this look. That's all I got for you this week. I hope you found this video helpful. I will be moving on to Halloween content next. My goal is to post every single week for spooky season, so I need some ideas, okay? I'm thinking about doing a barbed wire pillow and the donk purse, and maybe like the 50s inspired witch costume or something. I don't know. I need more suggestions, okay? So let me know in the comment section below. As per usual, don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? Subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.